Hello and welcome to Whisky.com, where fine spirits meet. And today we have the Raasay Hebridean gin on my cask. It's a really nice gin. I've been to the distillery, I've seen how the gin was made, and I think I've been there 2025, so it's already been 4 years, huh? Time flies. And it's very interesting because the Isle of Raasay, it's a small island next to the Isle of Skye. The Isle of Skye is rather populated, tourism, what is it now, 2-3 distilleries, somewhere around there in that ballpark. And it's hunting and everything. And the Isle of Raasay is a very, very remote island. You have one hotel, you have, I think, one shop, and the Isle of Raasay distillery, a couple of townhouses, and a few sheep farmers, and that's it. So here it says 161 population, and they actually go out and get the juniper as wild juniper. This is not the standard juniper, as in they get them by the sack dried and you just macerate with the dried juniper. No, they go out, they harvest the wild juniper that's growing there, and use that in their gin. And they also make their spirit themselves, make them their own spirits. But what they have to do, they can't just use the normal spirit that you would get from the distillery, because it has to be more neutral. So they do actually the double distillation, but they tweak it a little bit to get a high ABV and distill all the flavors out, nearly all the flavors out, and to get a neutral alcohol. I'm not quite sure how the definition is. It's somewhere around 80, 85, 90% ABV. So it comes out like nearly pure alcohol. And that's in the law for gin. The flavor of the gin doesn't have to come from the spirit. It has to come from from the botanicals, and it has to come from a majority of juniper. Otherwise, you can't call it a gin. Most countries, it's. You have the EU definition. I think you have UK definition. They don't differ that much. But they are not that strict. I think you have strictness about gin, dry gin, London dry gin, and that's it. What an old Tom gin, the pink gin, new Western dry, that's all cultural definitions, I would say, not legal definitions. Yeah. Anyway, where have I been? They make their own spirit, they make their own juniper, but they also add other botanicals. They actually do say that. They use sweet orange peel, lemon peel, rhubarb, angelica, licorice, orris root. So all these were roots before. And then we have coriander seed, cubeb pepper, and the 2 double distilled Raasay spirits. So that's inside the bottle. Let's just dive right in. It's also available at the US shop. They do sell in the United States, so we can also offer that there. It's 46% ABV. And at the top of the nose, you do realize, it's a gin. It has quite a number of juniper, but it's very, very round. It doesn't have that spike of juniper. Maybe it's a wild juniper that has not been factory farmed, and maybe it's a bit more round. Although it also might be the angelica and the orris root. Iris is in German. Orris root, and the licorice. So it has a bit of that root kind of sweetness. These sweet roots, they're quite strong in here. Also, citrus, Is it classic gin, or is it a new Western dry? Not quite sure. Nice. It's really, it's a classic one, but with a strong influence of the angelica, orris, and licorice root. Also, it's kind of what I had in the nose. You also have a bit of that lemon peel and quite a strong, astringent juniper taste to it as well. Definitely a gin. Is it a new dry, Western new dry? Yeah, it's, as I said, it's not a legal definition, more of a cultural definition. Some people don't say there is no Western dry, there's only Western and it has sugar. Yeah, so it's a classical, I would say, with strong sweet influences. I'll say, yeah, strong sweet influences of the different roots they have in there. The pepper and the spiciness, I would have imagined more from the Raasay, because the Raasay is just such a, if you have the whiskey, it's just such a rough, spicy Islander type kind of whiskey. That's like, yeah. But here it's quite a nice, round, well-made gin with a few overtones of citrus and roots. It can handle the what do you call it? The tonic. It's a bit more sweet and a bit more. The roots come through. Also, the Angelica and the Orris, you do have it a little bit in there. German taste, I had a better mixture. I liked it a lot more. This one is, don't know how I made it, but it has a bit of bitterness to it. Maybe it's the ice, because it was the very bottom of my ice pit, and the German one is really, it was sparkly. It worked really well. This one, I suggest that the ice was really a little bit bad, because the other one worked really well. It was a nice classical gin tonic with a few overtones in the Angelica root. The lemon wasn't that strong. It kind of got overtoned by the tonic, and it was really a good one, and I really liked it. Yes, it works in a tonic as well. Depends on how you like your gin. If you want a really classical juniper 100% tonic, then maybe another one. But this one is a classical one with a few, with a very nice roundness to it, not as astringent as a very classical one, with nice sweet flavors to it. So it makes a nice thing. If you look at the Whisky.com shop, sometimes there are also present boxes or nice gift boxes there with 2 glasses and the gin in there. So have a look at Whisky.com. You will find it there. Also in the US shop, Netherlands, Belgium, Switzerland. And yeah, thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.